So Gevo has earnings next week, exactly a week from now. And in this video, I was going to focus on what I expect from those earnings next week. However, some news came out today, just today, that we got to talk about first. I think you're going to like it. Gevo's Laverna facility restarts production operations. Now, if you've been following Gevo for a while, you know that the Laverna facility has been the thing that has been bringing in the money as of late. Now, last year, I think it was March or April or something like that. It was before I got into Gevo. But it was around that time that their Laverna facility got shut down due to COVID reasons. And at that point, the revenue stopped. It fell off a cliff. And these past couple of quarters, Gevo has been feeling it, and as a matter of fact, so has stockholders. And yeah, it's been rough for everyone. Now, if you're in a Gevo right now, you've done your research, you know that the reason you're in the Gevo now isn't for their performance right now. It's one, for their hydrocarbon facility that's supposed to come out in 2022, but their main reason is their contracts. Hold on. Where are it? Their main reason is their contracts with their high-profile customers like Delta and AV Fuel and SAS and City of Seattle that's supposed to come to fruition in 2024. This is why we're buying Gevo for, right now for 2024. However, Gevo still has to get there, and the shutdown of their Laverna facility really made things complicated. And so this news that came out today is a breath of fresh air. This means that hopefully their troubles should be starting to end starting the quarter after this one. Gevo announced today that production operations at its advanced renewable fuels production facility located in Laverna, Minnesota have recommenced. The Laverna facility is expected to produce fuel-grade renewable isobutanol. The IBA produced will be used as a feedstock for Gevo to produce sustainable aviation fuel and renewable premium gasoline to fulfill existing sales contracts. These renewable hydrocarbons will be produced in Silsbee, Texas at the Southampton Resources Hydrocarbon Production Facility. Gevo also expects to utilize some of the IBA produced to develop certain IBA specialty markets. Moreover, the production operations at the Laverna facility will allow Gevo to test and evaluate certain potential unit operations that may be incorporated into Gevo's state-of-the-art Net Zero 1 production facility that is expected to begin production in 2024 in Lake Preston, South Dakota. Now, I'm not going to read the rest of this. You can pause and read it if you want to, but it's many comments by Dr. Paul Bloom from Agri Energy LLC and the CEO of Gevo, Patrick Gruber. But it's basically them talking about how this is going to kickstart the next stage of Gevo's growth, which it should. After this, assuming we don't get locked down again, Gevo should start to grow from here on out. So Gevo, this should be the bottom of Gevo's woes, but I'm not a business expert. That remains to be seen. Now, Gevo stock did drop quite a bit today, and you might be wondering to yourself, why did Gevo stock drop? Well, one, the markets, especially on small cap stocks, have been really feeling it today. And two, the more important reason why Gevo stock dropped today is so you could buy it. Now that we got that good news out of the way, let's talk about what I want to see in next week's earnings when Gevo does it. Now, as far as bringing in the revenue or EPS and stuff like that, let me show you. If we take a look at analyst estimates, they are estimating a negative 0.05 EPS and 580K earnings this quarter. Now, Gevo has missed the 3 out of the 4 of their last earning. So, is Gevo going to make these? I don't know. Probably not. We'll see. I'm always up for being surprised, but I wouldn't be surprised if Gevo misses these earnings again. Most of us are interested in Gevo for next year or a few years from now, so I am not expecting a whole lot financially out of Gevo this particular quarter. That's not what I'm going to be listening for. If they beat, fantastic, but I'm not really expecting them to do that. Now, what I do want to hear is their guidance. Mainly, basically, it's more what I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear any hiccups as far as these existing contracts. I want to make sure that they're still in place, and maybe that they're a little bigger. Well, 13.4 billion actively being discussed is a pretty big amount. I want to hear if they maybe move beyond active discussion and more actually in place. That'd be a fantastic thing that I'd like to hear. And another thing I want to hear in these earnings is, well, basically what I don't want to hear is hiccups in their Net Zero 1 project. It's supposed to start first half of next year, and it's supposed to go into production first half of 2024. This is the key thing that I really don't want to have delay. This is the thing that Gevo needs to get done in order for the money coming in. Like the contracts and stuff, they're already in place. They just need Gevo to do their end of the work. So basically, I want Gevo to do their end of the work. That's what I want to hear. So as long as I hear business as usual, as far as this project goes, I'm happy. And I also want to hear updates on their renewable natural gas facility. Now, this project has already started and is expected to start up early next year. So we should start seeing returns from this next year. I basically want to hear that business is as usual, production is going smoothly, maybe some pictures, some progress updates as far as this thing goes. And the good thing about this is once this kicks into production, I mean, they might be a potential supplier for Hyliion, but we don't know. That's just pure conjecture. I have no idea if that's even on the table. That's just me thinking out loud. So that's what I want to see from Gevo next week when they give their earnings report. Again, I'm not expecting strong financial performance. I'm not expecting that at all. I'll be surprised if they give it, but I'm not expecting that. What I am looking for, like I said, is strong guidance. And maybe, I don't know if this will come up in the remarks or the Q&A. I do want to hear, now that their Laverna facility is online, at what point can we expect the revenue from that to start to come in? I'm assuming this quarter or next quarter, but I want to hear that. I want to hear Patrick comment on that. And lastly, before I let you guys go, I do want to let you know that after hearing the news from Gevo today about the Laverna facility, I did go ahead and buy 30 more shares. I told myself that, the last time I bought shares that I'd be done, but after hearing the news today, I had to buy 30 more shares. So I just want to let you know where I stand. I am down 11.5% overall as far as Gevo goes, but hopefully the next couple of quarters, that will change. But anyways, take care, have a great day, and eat your vegetables.